They said a man could buy anything in the Old West, a horse, a gun, even a soul, if he had the right price. That morning the wind carried dust and whispers across the small frontier town of Red Hollow as a cowboy named Luke Warren placed $2 worn-out dollars on the table of the trading post. In front of him stood a young native girl, bound by a deal she never agreed to. Her dark eyes, full of fire and sorrow, lifted to his. "You'll regret this," she said quietly, her voice trembling like a dying flame. "I won't obey." For a moment the whole world seemed to stop. Luke wasn't a cruel man, just a broken one, searching for something to quiet the ghosts in his heart. He hadn't bought her for labor or comfort. He'd bought her freedom from a trader who treated humans like cattle. But she didn't know that yet. The journey to his ranch was long and silent, the air heavy with mistrust. Each mile they rode together, her anger burned brighter while his guilt grew heavier. Nights were cold, and though he offered her food and fire, she refused to speak. Days turned into weeks, and the distance between them felt wider than the prairie itself. One evening, as thunder rolled across the mountains, Luke found her crying near the corral. For the first time, he saw her not as the girl he'd paid for, but as a spirit crushed by a world too cruel to care. "I didn't buy you to own you," he said softly. "I bought you to save you." Her eyes widened, and the first tear that escaped her lashes fell like rain on desert dust. Slowly, the walls between them began to crumble. She started helping on the ranch, tending to the horses, singing soft songs in her native tongue that made the lonely nights bearable. Luke found peace in her voice, and she found warmth in his silence. But the past has a way of finding those who try to run from it. One day, the trader rode back into town, demanding what he called his property. Gunfire echoed across the ranch. Luke stood his ground, shielding her behind him as bullets split the air. When the smoke cleared, Luke lay wounded, blood soaking the earth beneath him. She knelt beside him, her tears falling on his chest. "Why did you do this for me?" she whispered. With fading breath, he smiled. "Because I owed my soul to someone worth saving." The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with the colors of sorrow and love. Days later, she buried him beneath the old oak tree near the river, where he used to sit at dusk. On his grave, she placed the same $2, weathered and torn, a symbol of the price of compassion and regret. She stayed on that ranch, keeping his horses and his memory alive. The townsfolk would sometimes see her by the fence line, staring into the sunset, the wind in her hair, whispering the same words he once did. "Some things in this world can't be bought. They're earned, with a heart that never quits." And as the screen fades to the soft hum of a harmonica, the narrator's voice breaks the silence. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Out here, every story has a soul, and every soul deserves to be heard.